The strongest power in the world is the power of love. Being so durable, the power of love can travel through dimensions. Christopher Nolan's Interstellar is a story of an ex-scientist engineer and former NASA pilot, Cooper, who must leave his family in order to save the world for the human race and, most importantly, his own family. The companionship between Cooper's daughter, Murphy, and himself represents a strong bond at the beginning of the film. The close relationship conveyed at the beginning of the film by Cooper and Murphy creates a bind, making it that much more difficult for Cooper to leave his family behind and save Earth for the human race. The film utilizes the deep relationships in the beginning of the film to bind and cause heartbreak as Cooper gets ready to leave his family behind and set out on an interstellar voyage beyond the solar system.
One for you, one for me. When I'm up there in hypersleep, or traveling near the speed of light, or near a black hole, time's gonna change for me.
Although the deportation of Cooper has been difficult for the rest of the family, it becomes clear that it's hardest for Murphy to say goodbye to her father with no approximation of his arrival back home. Christopher Nolan creates a visual representation of love the two have for each other.
1, booster ignition, and...
Time begins to generate a metaphor within the film when comparing the time on Earth and the time elapsed while Cooper is in the wormhole. After voyaging through space for a few weeks to the wormhole located near Saturn, the crew realizes that 23 years had elapsed on the Endurance.
You once told me that when you came back we might be the same age. And today I'm the age you were when you left. So it might be a real good time for you to come back.
The watch begins to symbolize a constant in Murphy and Cooper's relationship and a constant in time, meaning that time cannot be justified. Maneuvering through the dimensions, Cooper begins to see the bookcases of Murphy's room on Earth across time and discovers that he could weakly interact with its gravity, pulling Cooper to the realization that he is now and was Murphy's ghost. As the two begin to communicate for the first time in decades, Cooper begins to use Morse code to manipulate the second hand of the wristwatch he left behind for Murphy to help solve a difficult gravitational equation designed by Professor Brand. You can finally feel the connection between Murphy and Cooper again, which had been on mute since Cooper had left.
I didn't know it was him. His head's gonna save us.
At this point in the film, Cooper begins to symbolize a variable as Murphy symbolizes a constant. Cooper affected the entire human population, however, Murphy was a constant and could only change the world with the help of her father.
People didn't believe me. They thought that I was doing it all myself. But I knew who it was. Nobody believed me.